And now it's my pleasure to introduce fellow Rotarian and the Superintendent of the Hamilton City Schools, Tony Orr, who will be giving us an update and overview of the past school year. Please welcome Tony Orr.
Apparently, if I just mention Ohio State, I at least get a little applause. Thank you. You know, it's really interesting when you look at the seniors that have been before us today. And it reminds me of a quote from an artist and poet, Khalil Gibran, who says, "Progress lies not in enhancing what is, but in advancing toward what will be." And that's what we do at Hamilton City Schools. And I'm going to speak ever so briefly because I also want to call Aaron Hopkins up today. Aaron Hopkins is our principal at Crawford Woods Elementary. And the reason I think it's appropriate is it's interesting that we celebrate our seniors, as we should. But we also have to remember from where they came. It all started, certainly, preschool, elementary, and to see all that we've accomplished is exciting to me. Scholarships at Hamilton City, though, to date, and it's always an ongoing calculation, to date, our seniors have been awarded over $7.5 million in scholarships. Community service. Our students have completed almost 5,000 hours of community service because they care about Hamilton. Our fine arts program. In visual arts, our visual arts teachers have worked diligently throughout the year to provide our students with a strong education through art shows, community involvement, contests, integration with other disciplines, and enrichment opportunities. In fact, they've received gold and silver keys and honorable mention in the Scholastic Art Show. 9 Hamilton High School students were selected for the Ohio Youth Governor's Art Show. Our performing arts, certainly no different. Hamilton City Schools performing arts classes are a large presence in our schools and in our communities. Our students have collectively performed in nearly 100 performances in the school year in the community and as far away as Nashville. Many of our students performed in prestigious area groups, including but not limited to the Cincinnati Boy Choir, Great Miami Youth Symphony Orchestra, Cincinnati Youth Wind Ensemble, the College Conservatory's preparatory, these are easy words to say, people, preparatory department brass choir, and OMEA District 13 honor groups. Then we have an outstanding NJROTC program, because when we think about our country, what makes us strong is not only our communities, but it's also those that serve in the military. And recently, we've received many results with our NJROTC, the Offsite Evaluation Report, and it has recorded that in all 6 categories, school system program support, the administration of the program, academic program, reports and records, cadet performance, and cadet mentoring, we've received an outstanding rating in each and every category. This year, our cadets have earned over 1,100, almost 1,200 individual awards. They volunteered almost 3,000 hours of community service, 44 academic honor roll awards, and 14 academic gold honor roll awards as well. Finally, our CTE, the Ohio Department of Education released its report card and saw, and remember, we're one of the only comprehensive high schools around that we've received an A in all 4 areas of career tech on the report card, including technical skills attainment, post-program outcomes, 4-year graduation rate, and the 5-year graduation rate. It is an exciting time with Hamilton City Schools, but again, I do want to take a moment and bring Aaron Hopkins up and ask Aaron to help us kind of revisit from where we came, because I remember when my own children graduated from high school. Isn't it great when you, and I don't know if you parents have already done it, you put your picture boards together, and those are those glimpses into the past to see where they've come from. Aaron, if you'd be so kind, can you share with us what's going on at Crawford Woods Elementary? Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. As Tony stated, my name is Aaron Hopkins. I am the principal at Crawford Woods Elementary School, which is the home of the Wildcats. I'd like to take a short opportunity to congratulate all our seniors out there that won the scholarships today. I know that had to take a lot of dedication and support and commitment on your part. So good job and congratulations again. As you know, these seniors, everything is possible for them. They have their entire future ahead of them. And this is where I tie this into my speech. The theme at Crawford Woods is actually all things are possible, with the play on the word pause. And I think after you see this presentation, you're going to agree that all things are possible at Crawford Woods. And with that being said, I'd like to share a little factoid or a story with you. And it has to do with Chinese bamboo and how it grows. There's something amazing about Chinese bamboo and the way it grows. Did you know that Chinese bamboo does not grow for 4 years? Once you plant it, you need to water it, nurture it, and fertilize it every day. But nothing happens the first year. You do the same thing the next year and still nothing happens. That's right, you see no results for 4 years. You're still waiting for results, not seeing any evidence of progress. Can you imagine yourself doing the same things every day, not having any evidence that your efforts are having any effect? The only thing you know is that the result is supposed to come in 4 years. But then what happens on the 5th year is just awesome. One morning you wake up and see a small bamboo sprig. Then the next day you see an even bigger one, and in 5 weeks it has grown up to 90 feet. So what do you think? Did it do all its growing in the last 5 weeks, or was it growing for 4 years? It's obvious that the bamboo was growing underground the whole time without visible evidence, but it was growing. It was developing the solid root system necessary to support the height and weight of the bamboo stalk for a lifetime. For this to happen, 3 things have to occur. It all starts with the solid root system. It takes small actions every day, and it takes persistence, patience, and faith. Oftentimes, it can be easy to get frustrated and feel discouraged when we do not see the growth that we would like to see with other things that we are measured on, such as test scores. But I can assure you that we are growing our Wildcats at Crawford Woods, and the fruits of our labor are starting to show. What we strive for each day can be summed up in our vision statement, which is building community character and a commitment to learning. Each day we come to work and school and give our best effort to promote student growth, but this presentation is not designed to bore you with efforts in writing or increasing rigor of assessments or intervention and enrichment activities. While I assure you these things are going on at Crawford Woods and we have fully embraced these concepts, as you can see, we have a 2nd grade assignment here with snow globes, and we also have a 1st grade writing assignment where they are writing about apples. So even our youngest students are working on writing. While we do have a writing focus, we also have a focus on reading. We all know that reading impacts all other subject areas. In an attempt to get students back into the swing of things with reading after summer break, we host a Bounce Back to Books reading competition. Some positive outcomes of this event were Crawford Woods students read 15,536,407 words. Crawford Woods students read 8,237 books and passed 6,597 accelerated reader quizzes. Crawford Woods students read a school average of 74.5%, with 80% reading independently. Continuing with our reading focus is one of our Title I events. This is called our Book Bingo event. It was held on November 10th, 2015. We held a book bingo where families joined us in games, and bingo winners and winners of the games took home books that the students got to choose. 68 students, along with their families, attended. Students and parents were able to take home several books to build their home libraries. We discussed reading strategies with parents that they could take home and help with their children. We are going to switch gears here a little bit and talk about social studies. We held a huge Veterans Day assembly at our school. We filled our display case with pictures of staff members and staff relatives that served in the military. We hosted Mayor Moeller and several other veterans. We sang patriotic songs and, of course, chanted USA, to the point where I had to intervene in order to speak to the students. At Crawford Woods, we also have a large ESL population. It is actually the 2nd highest ESL population in the district at the elementary level. Our ESL department put on a Hispanic Heritage Night where students and families gathered to celebrate their culture. We had a table full of Hispanic items for viewing. We had Mexican food to serve, which was donated by local restaurants. We had a map for students to identify where they came from. We also had a juggling, balloon-making clown, and we played cognate bingo. This was truly a great night for our Wildcats. Each year, Mr. Lopez and Mr. Harris, who teaches at Riverview, coordinate a trip to the Anthony Munoz camp. Students learn about developing a good, strong character and also get to compete in physical activities and team-building activities. This is a great event for some of our students of Hispanic descent. Next event I'd like to highlight is Sledding Through the Woods. Sledding Through the Woods was another event that we hosted. The goal was to promote literacy at home and provide our families with some school supplies now that the year was halfway over. We figured it would be a good way to help our families with materials and skills. This event took place on January 19th. We had 130 kindergarten, first, and second grade students and their families come. Devoted the night to reading and family fun, Lane Public Library presented a read aloud and information on their services to the families at our school. Every child went home with several books and a variety of different school supplies. Each day we do our snack wagon. This is one of my favorite things. Students walk around the school and deliver items that are ordered by teachers. The order form goes out every day. It helps students learn the life skills of appropriate social interactions and working with money. All the students that participate in this event have been identified as students with special needs. They also have adaptive, social, and real-life application goals as part of their curriculum. The next event that we highlight is by far our biggest event each year, which is Grandparents' Day. This has turned into the annual favorite at Crawford. We held this event on March 10th. We had 284 kindergarten through sixth grade students and their grandparents or special person attend. Grandparents visited classrooms, and the teachers got to showcase their morning routines. Title I teachers discussed the importance of reading out loud with the grandparents, and every family went home with a book, and we gave out over 200 books that day. Our next event is our March Madness reading competition. This one just culminated here at the end of March. We do a bounce back to books in the fall, and then this reading competition takes place in the spring. We started the event with a school pep rally for reading. We had the Growl, which is a drum line from the Cincinnati Bengals. The Mayor and the Red Hawks were there. Students read 20,128 books, and AR quizzes were taken on those books. 4,000 more than last year in a shorter month and a teacher workday. 75% was the student average, and we had read 40,066,712 words during that month. So we did quite a lot of work with that, and the kids really did enjoy it. So on top of all these events, we also run several clubs at Crawford Woods. I have several staff members that run an art club, a multicultural club, and a recycling club. We also have Girls on the Run, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and we have a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. We had a PTO-sponsored event. We had 3 PTO-sponsored events this year. Our staff needs to supplement a great deal of the work for these events because we only have about 3 to 5 parents on our PTO. While we may be small, we are mighty, and we pulled off some unbelievable successes. We had our Monster Bash dance, the first event. Students gathered for music and dancing, face painting, carnival games, and a costume contest. We did a movie night at the Woods that took place at the beginning of December. Students were served a snack and hot chocolate. We showed the Polar Express, and of course we had a special guest visit from none other than Santa Claus. And each student also received a jingle bell that day. We also had our spring carnival. Our high school students built the games for us. Astra helped man some of the games. Our teachers painted the games, and we raised almost $1,000 for our PTO that night. We call that a true success and a true team effort at Crawford Woods. With 87% of our student body falling below the poverty line, many of our staff and students become philanthropists. We did a heart chase team. Our team was called the SWAT team, which stood for Sprinters, Walkers, and Trash Talkers. The team raised money for the American Heart Association and took home some hardware for the team with the best team spirit. With the help of a large donation from Brown Mackie College and Jeans Day proceeds, along with some staff donations, we were able to provide 45 meals to 35 families for Thanksgiving, and the staff gather the day before Thanksgiving to deliver those meals on their day off. Holiday cheer. Some of our students with special needs went to the nursing home across the street from Crawford, delivered Christmas cards, and sang some Christmas carols that put smiles on the faces of the residents there. We also did an adopt a family for Christmas. We had 15 families that were served through staff donations and 12 families that were served through the Hamilton Police Department Lodge. We also did a Relay for Life team, which was to raise money for cancer research. I think most people know about that. And then we also had plenty of visitors come to Crawford Woods. We had the mayor. He came for Veterans Day and March Madness. We had Yellow Feather, who came to give our fourth graders a presentation on Native American culture and history. We had Rita Williams Garcia, who is an award-winning author. We took kids to Governor Bebb's to learn about pioneer life. We've brought people in to talk about reptiles from the zoo. We went to the zoo. We went to the conservatory. We've been to the Red Stadium. And what I'd like to point out is that all these things that you just saw are all extra. Okay, they're all extra things that we do for our students to provide them with a top-notch educational experience. These things that you saw are on top of the words we learn. They're on top of the math problems we solve. They're on top of the books we read. They're on top of the smiles we give. They're on top of the lessons we teach. They're on top of the games we play. And those are the people that make all things possible at Crawford Woods. And I think you'd agree that that bamboo sprig is starting to sprout for us at Crawford Woods Elementary. That's it.
Thanks, Aaron. Great stuff going on at Crawford Woods. Yeah, super. Congratulations.